Hi guys, welcome back. So, I may have mentioned in my last vlog about creating some products to help me become more financially stable. I can sell on the side to be able to move me from full-time to part-time within my current paid job and move my part-time to full-time within my artistry. And one of the things is that I actually came across this idea when I was looking around for Father's Day gifts on Etsy, and I came across like these garden ceramic labels. So after a couple of bits of research, I actually realised you can actually make them yourself pretty cheaply. So I decided to set out, and I went out, bought the materials. Now I've just decided to do it today and film it and bring you along with me, because most of these materials I'm going to have for a while. So we've got air drying clay, multi-surface spray paint, which is what you use to seal in the air drying clay because it is going to go into wet soil and you don't want the air drying clay to go weird. I've got some stamps to be able to stamp the letters in, and we're just going to do some very basic ones for myself, and then we're going to experiment a little bit more. I've already seen a couple of designs where you just have the white clay, and then as you stamp in the letters you can either use the ink that you've got or you can just fill it in yourself. It's completely up to you. So we're going to start the process because this is air drying clay and we're going to have to do it over 2 days. So obviously make some of these and then go away, wait for it to dry and come back, and then have to spray them on both sides to be able to see them in with this material here. I will leave a link to where I got all these materials online, and I'll also leave a link to the blog that I got the inspiration from, because I do believe they need some credit as well. This baking paper that we've got down because it needs to be on a dry surface. This does come with a sticky label, should we say, on the back so I can reseal it as well. It's kind of like a multi first impressions of several materials really, because I am trying out this idea. It's not actually the first time I've ever done something like this, because when I was about to move out, I saw these really lovely prints at a very well-known house furnishing store, and I love them so much, but then I was like, I can't spend £20, no, I think it was like £40 on a set of prints, which I know I can make myself. So I literally bought all the materials. It cost me about £12 at most, and a little bit of my time to be able to make them in, and I managed to produce them. They're actually downstairs still in my kitchen. The frames were a little bit expensive, but you know what, it's absolutely fine. So I think I'm going to take up, this is actually the second time I've used air drying clay, because I did a product test. Well, I bought a clay making kit a good few months ago. I did a product review of, and it actually turned out okay. Not the worst thing in the world, but I didn't end up keeping it because I didn't find the functionality of it very good. Okay, so first thing you got to do is roll it out. So I'm just going to clamp it all together. I don't actually have a rolling pin, so I'm just going to have to use a bottle, preferably my water bottle that I've got somewhere hidden. I already know this is going to dry my hands out. If you do have a rolling pin, I think that's probably better to do. And then I'm going to cut it into strips, so I'm going to try and find an angle. Just going to take that piece off and I'll re-roll it. How big do I want these? So start off by going in half. Half again maybe? half again. At least you know that they are handcrafted. Okay. They have come out a little bit thick, but that's okay. I can just flatten it down. So that is currently 8 pieces. Fabulous. So to be able to stick them in the ground, I'm going to need to do a triangle. Like so. Because these are just for me, it means I can make a lot of mistakes. I go on from there. I have been thinking about price point as well. I think in terms of a set, so maybe like a set of 6. I think 6 is probably a good price. I'd sell them for £10. With free postage and packaging, because I'll be sending it with Royal Mail, because my other delivery service doesn't cover stuff like this, and it's actually slightly cheaper to go Royal Mail. Yeah, it's cute actually. Obviously you can put your own colour and little bits and pieces on it. I'm just going to straighten this one up though. At the very top. I think I actually might have to do them with all of them, which is fine. Now, when it's handcrafted, you're going to find little features like this. But it's a good thickness. Ideally, I would probably want it a little bit thinner. But for first time, it's going well, she says, and then she drops them all on the floor or something will happen. I did consider getting these fired, like buying some terracotta clay and then getting them fired at a professional, like, pottery barn, should we call it? But the prices that they wanted, I would have had to make a lot of these and then have to absolutely sell them all to be able to cover the cost, well, to mostly break even, because some of them are like, oh no, you have to do a couple workshops before you get to fire them, and others have like really awkward times to be able to get, because my nearest ones would be in Liverpool. It just became a bit awkward. That was my belly, I don't know if you heard it. Just want to straighten up any of the edges. Okay, here we go. So this next stage would be to imprint into them. So we have this little set. This one was about £4, so it was about the same price as the clay. I've just realised I haven't actually told you any of the price points of the materials, so I'll do that at the very end now because I feel like it's more, well, more better? I don't know. Anyway, but this one comes with a little ink sponge, should we call it? Now I will try it because this is the first run of them and they're only going to go into my garden, so I might as well try it, trial and error, see what works best. So I think the first one, what should I call it? Obviously I'm going to have to keep these kind of short names because these aren't very long. So I'll do, generally when it comes to the actual official names of the plants or the vegetables, I just tend to stick to their normal name of like tomato, carrot, not like Amsterdam carrot or something like that. That's printed onto it. Ah, that's cute. This is when I find out I can't remember how to spell certain things. Where's this? I just thought, imagine if you got like double letters or something so you didn't actually have all the letters correctly. That'd be well gutted. There you go. Beans! Which, ironically, is actually what we call our cat. It's her nickname. It's meant to be Aloy, but that's really quite cool. Oh my god. But okay, so I'm going to have to definitely limit it for this range anyway to 6 letters because I think any more you'd be pushing your luck. So I'm going to have to either abbreviate or make up some... This is actually really relaxing, you know? So we're going on to 7 letters now. I've just had to like move it along a bit. Let's move the completed ones up. Oh, you know what? I might just do it. Oh, she does it. There we go. Cucumber. Fabulous. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to let these set. I'm going to re-roll this and try to create some more, maybe a little bit neater, because even though these are for me, I would ideally like to be able to start selling them fairly soon on my channel, and I'll bring you back for when these are dry and I can spray them, and then we can put them outside for good use. Hi, so it is the next day and these are how they've dried. The colour's actually gotten a bit lighter, so I actually don't mind the colour so much, and to be honest, they're quite solid. These are the ones that I've made myself. There's still a bit of discoloration there, but I think that's just where it needs to dry a little bit more. But I think it should be good to just set. So after creating this set, I created 2 more sets, which I've done, and which are a little bit thinner, and actually I prefer these because they're a lot more sturdier and they look a lot more professional. So these ones I will be selling, and I think I can get actually about 6 sets out of the amount of clay that I've got, which means I can actually sell them quite cheaply. just going to go outside and spray these, and then I'll be back when they are finished. So these are my ones, and then these are the thinner versions. I'm going to try and put the chili one in and see if the setting spray has worked. Worst case scenario, if it hasn't, I can use the rest of the clay to create some pottery. It's a bit rough, this one, around the edges, but it's only for me. Here we go. Oh, it's been. Hello. Hello. Beautiful. And these are actually the chilies here. And these are some foxgloves for next year. So I'll let that one sit in there and then go from there. These are the finished results. I did make a couple of mistakes on some of them, so this was, I think I put as an L instead of a T, but it's okay. I am going to keep an eye on the ones that I have planted just to make sure that they are okay within a month, but if they are, I'll be able to sell them on my eBay selling account, and I will only charge £15. That includes postage and packaging for 8 pieces, which is actually quite good comparing to a lot of the other ceramic labels that I've seen across the internet. Some of them are like £22 plus postage and packaging. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did making these little pieces throughout the day. I will, like I said, I will always come back to this because it's just an amazing little experience, and I can create my own ones whenever I want, and I can enjoy the process and also film the process as well. I definitely want to use the air dry clay again, white, off-white colour, mostly because I would like to get back into pottery, and it's the way for me to be able to make pottery without having to fire it. Yes, you don't get the same experience, but I feel like I'm much more of a texture person, so I can find ways around making it a different colour and applying texture and form and all those lovely little bits. And also, if I have timed this right, I have bought some tools that are silicone brushes that I use for painting, like my oil painting here, but they also have little ends which are actually meant to be for carving. Both ends are actually meant to be for carving into like pottery, but I use this end for oil painting, and I want to give this side a go with the pottery side, so I'm going to start saving up and we'll go from there. Once again guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please give this video a like and subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this. Don't forget to check out my links in my description box to see all my social medias and also my eBay selling account, which is where you'll find all my artworks I feature on my channel, including these if they go up to sale and they survive the British weather. But in the meantime, thank you guys again. Don't forget to subscribe and like, because it really does help me get towards that financial freedom of being free, basically. In the meantime, thanks again. I shall see you guys later.